Obviously, a good win for us. It was one of those grind-out kind of games. Obviously, not, once again, a different kind of game than we like to play. But give JMU credit. They kept us off balance a little bit with their zones and their three-quarter court stuff just to try to slow us down the pace, and really played more to their pace in the first half, and that's what got us in trouble. But, I will say, our bench was a little bit shorter tonight. Hudson, I sat him tonight. He's had a hamstring issue, and we felt it was best to rest him tonight. So we had to have some other guys come in, and it affected our rotation. And then losing JC at first play of the second half as well. So, all things considered, with a shortened roster and you take a win, a grind-out win, and especially against a team like that, the thing I tried to talk to our guys most about was, they're going to be hungry. I remember last year we were a team like that, very dangerous team, hungry for a win, and they really played their heart out in the first half and gave us a punch, and I felt fortunate, honestly, to only be down 6 at halftime. I felt pretty good at that point, and then we came out and played a much better second half. Well, no question. We eventually had to go to a zone, which really was effective for us. We played it most of the second half, just try to keep guys out of foul trouble. Van Hook had 3 at halftime. JC had 2, although we lost him first play of the game. So Najee had to play a lot of minutes. We got some quality minutes from Reed in the second half, and our guards had to log a lot of minutes as well. But, overall, good win, and now we got to get ready for Oregon State on Saturday. Well, as you're growing as a team, good teams can find a way to win when they don't play well. And you're not going to play well every single night. And so would we have won this game last year? Probably not. And so to me, that's growth. Our guys are maturing. We've been able to close out games. Other than the Upstate game, every game we've had a chance to win, we've been able to close out, and that's a positive step in the right direction. The more games we play together, we're still, have a lot of new faces in our lineup. Young players like Najee and Quentin, Lucas, getting some minutes, young guys, and like I said, we didn't have Hudson tonight. So it's still a process of kind of finding that groove and finding that rotation. And to be honest, we still haven't shot the ball, as well as we're capable. Bo struggled a little bit right now, but I'm not worried about it. I know Bo will get that figured out, and we'll work on it. But, even though if you'd have told me coming in, Bo's, going to shoot 3 for 13, and we're going to struggle like that, then I'd say it might be a tough night. But our other guys stepped up. Quentin came in and played some quality minutes in the second half for us, made some big plays.
I'm just trying to do what I can do to get my team the W. And, fortunately, throughout the season, it's been me scoring in the second half at a high rate. So, whatever I got to do to win, I'm for it. I think, honestly, I believe it was a lot of things collectively. I think it all started on the defensive end. We only allowed 21 points in the second half, and that's big, especially for a team like us. And we feel like if we figure it out on the defensive end, we're going to turn the corner as a team because the offensive end speaks for itself. And to hold a team like that to 21 points and a half that's enough run for itself. Honestly, I believe defense is just an effort thing. You got to have 5 guys on the court that just want to play defense. And a lot of times, like Coach said, you're going to have breakdowns. And a lot of times throughout this game in the first half, we had a lot of scrambles, and they had some open layups. And then in the second half, we got 5 guys on the court. Sometimes we had a rotation of about 7 guys that were just locked in on defense. The scrambles, they weren't getting those layups. I believe we probably got about 4 or 5 blocks in the second half on layups that they had in the first half. The guards, we did a better job of boxing out and rebounding in the second half. We limited their second opportunities, and we just had a great defensive second half, I believe.
Well, we just continue to work on it. We've worked on it all preseason and everything, but we just struggled in that game, and obviously, when I said take a step back, that's one of those things that happens. But sometimes those things happen for a reason, and you get refocused and try to continue to work and get better. And like John said, it's about 5 guys being locked in on the court. And, with the young team, and we're still a relatively young team, that's not always easy to do, to get them to understand how important it is to get that 1 stop, that 2 stop, maybe 3 stops in a row might be the difference in you taking the game and taking it over.
Me, from a personal standpoint, I'm looking forward to this next 4-game stretch, especially playing against a Pac-12 team, ACC team, SEC team, and ACC team. And the ACC team, I'm sorry, not the ACC team, the Big Ten team. The Big Ten team is my hometown, so I'm itching to play these games. I mean, mentally and physically, I'm fine. I logged a lot of minutes last year. I'm used to it. And at that, I'm playing the sport I love. So if I got to play 40 minutes a night doing what I love, I don't mind it, honestly. But I'm really looking forward to this next 2 weeks. Honestly, it's just I honestly can't see how you can't be excited to play these games. I mean, we're kind of one of those mid-major schools, and we're about to play against 4 powerhouse conference teams. I mean, and 3 of those games on the road. Our first one, we get to start off here. We can get the ground running here in Halton, take it on the road. I mean, we could have a good start before we go into conference.